Hi, thanks for joining us for the March edition of Spotlight on Bennington. I'm John Shanahan, the director of the Better Bennington Corporation, and I'm here with Alicia Ronak from Legacy Images of Vermont, soon to be Legacy Images of Maine. I think everybody knows that Alicia and her husband Mike are moving at the end of this year, maybe in the fall, and I just want to take a moment to say thanks so much. Everybody knows that they've been such great members of our community, but we at the BBC love Alicia. She is the BBC and does so much for us, and she will be missed more than anybody can imagine. So thanks for that, and thank you, Alicia. Going to move on. I'm going to start with events. We like to do a couple of segments each show, so I'm going to doing events. The March show, we have the St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up. And this year, our St. Patrick's Day Parade is 1 week later than it normally is. So I apologize to everybody who was expecting it to be on the 15th, but this year it's going to be March 22nd at 1 p.m. And if you've been looking outside at all, we're kind of thankful that we are backing up a week because I don't think the snow is going anywhere too fast. So please join us downtown on Sunday, March 22nd at 1 p.m. The parade starts at the old middle school, goes down Main Street, takes a right on Depot, goes up Depot, and ends at JC's restaurant on the corner of Depot and River Street. The parade's at 1, but the day starts off at 10 o'clock at JC's with the Kegs and Eggs fundraiser. Jackie Carson and Brian Johansson have put together the Kegs and Eggs fundraiser. This year, the recipient is the Bennington County Coalition for the Homeless. Their new director, Chris Oldham, will be there that morning. It's a really fun way to start off the day. It's a breakfast buffet. It's celebrity bartenders. There's 50-50 raffle. There's drawings and live entertainment. Shakespeare in the Alley will be playing starting first thing off in the morning. And our bagpiper, Merrick Hard, will be there also. So, great way to start off St. Patrick's Day Parade Day on the 22nd at JC's. Then we all come downtown at 1 o'clock for the parade. Parade goes down Main Street, up Depot Street, takes about an hour. And then the fun really starts with the after-party parade back at JC's. Live entertainment all day, corned beef and cabbage specials, all sorts of Irish food. And the morning breakfast, the Kegs and Eggs fundraiser, is a family event, so please bring your kids. There's a lot to do for kids that day too. Big news of the day, and the one that I feel best about, is each year we get to choose a Grand Marshal for the parade. Our committee met last week, and we are thrilled and honored to name Kevin Lynch as the Grand Marshal for the 2015 parade. No need to introduce Kevin. Everybody knows Kevin. And nobody gives more to our community than Kevin, and nobody has a better spirit than he does. And as I mentioned in my Facebook page, the best part of all is he's as Irish as they come. And sometimes we don't always do that because that's not a requirement. But Kevin, thank you so much for accepting that honor, and we appreciate everything you do for us, and hopefully this little act of recognition means something to you, because you mean a lot to us in the community. March 22nd, put that in your calendars, be there at the day to have some fun. And it's going to be 70 degrees and all the snow is going to be gone. So let's start working on that. After that, Mayfest is coming up. That's May 23rd, not too far away. The application's available online already at betterbennington.com. Click on Mayfest, download application. Love to have you as a vendor. Most of our vendors come from all over New England and down the East Coast, but we love more than anything to host local crafters at the event and food vendors. So if you're interested, please get a hold of us right away. The pre-registration deadline is April 15th, so there's not too much time left. After that, the rates go up, so please get your applications in ahead of time. That way we give you a better spot, and it's easier on us, and that's why it's cheaper on you. This year we have 2 new events coming downtown. The BBC is not hosting those events, but we're working with private groups who are hosting them, and that's what we like most. If you're interested in hosting an event downtown, come to us. We'll be glad to help you. But there's only so much we can do each year. But with these people stepping up, we get to add 2 great events downtown, and otherwise we wouldn't be able to do them. The first one is on April 25th and 26th. Kind of a no-brainer. Actually, when it was brought up, I was surprised we haven't done this already, but it's called Maple Mania. We're going to be working with Jeff Grinshaw, bringing this event. The sugar houses, maple producers, local restaurants. We're going to have a pancake breakfast. A lot more going on, and he's putting it all together right now. And we'll bring you more information on that. But if you go to our website, betterbennington.com, you can learn more about Maple Mania and how to be part of it or how to come down and enjoy it. So thanks to Jeff for putting this event on. We look forward to working with you and making this an A1 event. After that, we've also been working with another resident, Fidel Marino. Both you, I mean, everybody knows both of these guys anyway. But Fidel is bringing an event that is already 10 years old, but has been traveling around the Northeast for the past 10 years, and this will be the first time it's in Bennington. And that is the Rock, Rattle, and Drum Powwow. It is to celebrate our Native American history in our area, which we have a lot of, and we don't usually promote. It'll be nice to learn about our Native American history in this area, and a lot of fun. The majority of that event will be occurring at the Vermont Veterans Home, but there will be a downtown component where there'll be some events in the evening and afternoon for you to enjoy, and that event is August 8th and 9th. And I wish I could reach out and quiz you to see if you can write these dates down. St. Patrick's Day, March 22nd, Mayfest, May 23rd, Maple Mania, but you're not quizzing me, April 25th and 26th, and the Rock, Rattle, and Drum Powwow is August 8th and 9th. Go to our website, over and over, betterbennington.com, and all the events for the next 18 months, all the dates are in there, all the opportunities are listed there, and I'm going to back up to the parade. If your business or your organization is interested in having a float, marching in the parade, doing anything you want in the parade, call us at our office, 442-5758. We'll get you in the lineup. This year we have Patty Surdam and Tracy Swartz organizing the lineup. Even if it's last minute, we'll get you in just like TJ used to do. We're trying to do everything the way TJ Carmody, who started the parade, used to do it. He wasn't as much of a freak as I am, but neither are Tracy and Patty, so it's a lot of fun. Make sure you're part of the parade. Again, before I go on to the next thing, our website one more time is betterbennington.com, and our phone number is 442-5758. As you can see, once again, we're filming in a location downtown. I don't know if you recognize it, but I'm assuming you do. It's a cool spot, and some good news about this spot. But before we get to where we are and why we're here, I'm going to back up and say that the Better Bennington Corporation just hosted our annual meeting this past week at the beautiful Safford Mills Inn and Cafe. That's on East Main Street. If that place, if that's some place that you haven't been to, and I know I say this every single month, if you haven't been there, you've got to go there. You're not going to believe you're in Bennington. It's an absolutely spectacular location, and the food, and it's a martini bar, the drinks are amazing. And they did an amazing job hosting our annual event, so we would like to say thanks to John and Lisa Redding for hosting our event this year. At that event, I was able to say thank you, which I guess I don't do that often, so I'm glad to be able to do it at the meeting and to say thanks today. I'm going to start with saying thanks to Diane Carey. Diane works at the BBC. She's the one who kind of keeps me organized and keeps everybody connected and actually gets everything done. She's only there part-time and does the work with 50 people, so Diane, thank you very much. I know everybody knows her and her husband, Matthew Carey. She makes BBC movies these days. In addition to Diane, we also have about 10 volunteers who staff the Downtown Welcome Center in the spring, summer, and fall, and behind the scenes do a lot of work with us that gets a lot of our stuff done. And I'd like to personally thank them, and I apologize if you're upset that I'm saying your name, but you deserve to have your name told throughout Bennington to know how much work you actually do. Starting with Heather Menil. Heather is the director of the downtown docents, the people that staff the Downtown Welcome Center. Heather does a lot of work putting the schedules together, making sure the place looks incredible. So thank you, Heather. Thank you, Barbara Bermudez, Ellen Havlack, Debbie Briggs, Inga Fricken, Barbara Hoare, Jennifer Kern, Linda Lyons, Mary Malika, Judy Bennett, Elizabeth Petrus, Nancy Jean Steffen, Sue Wiskoski, and Jane Rodacchio. Those women, if you don't know them, do so much in our community, and if you meet them, it's up to you to say thank you. You really should. They do a lot for our community and make over 3,000 people a year who visit our Welcome Center downtown feel welcome and become knowledgeable about our community. We moved to a different location here because we came in here at dinner time and it's starting to pick up a little bit, so we're trying to go to the quietest spots. So I thank the docents. Actually, I can't thank them enough, but those are just 10 or 12 of the 75 volunteers that make up our organization. So if I don't say your name, I can't thank you enough, and you can't understand how much we appreciate everything you do for us. In addition to the docents, we have 5 committees, and those are all staffed by people who sit through those boring meetings that a lot of people can't stand. They're the ones who do all the groundwork for everything that we get to accomplish. So thank you to all our committee members and our board members. Events and volunteers, the list goes on and on and on and on. 2 people in particular I would like to thank this year, because the Merchants Park was donated to the town of Bennington, and Heather Manili donated the park at 336 Main to the town of Bennington as well. These are 2 parks that we've never had downtown before, and now the town has taken control of them, and the BBC Design Committee has been working with some people to design them to present to our select board so we can move forward and design them in the same fashion that Fountain Park was created next to the BBC and next to the courthouse downtown. First one is Liz Thompson. Liz is an AmeriCorps Vista staff member who is working through the Bennington County Regional Commission downtown. Liz is a landscape architect, so we kind of lucked out that she's here in Bennington at this time. And she put some beautiful architectural drawings together for us that the design committee, along with Liz, is going to be presenting to our select board. You'll be seeing that at one of the upcoming select board meetings in the next couple of months. The other park, Merchants Park, the design committee has been working with Kelly Clark and Ryan Garibaldi, who are both architects at Centerline Architect downtown. They, outside of their regular jobs, have been donating their time, and they have created designs for us for Merchants Park. Both of the designs for both 336 and Merchants are very exciting, and you'll see that at an upcoming select board meeting as well. After that, we're going to rally all of us to make these designs become reality in Bennington. Our ultimate vision for downtown, because we don't have a town green, is to have a town park system. Town park system will be the Fountain Park, the park at 336, Merchants Park, in addition to other park locations, including the Riverwalk, that each place will have its own characteristic. One will be a place to contemplate, one will be a place for your children, one will be a place for dining and entertainment. All together, we will have a park system based on the concept that they use in New York City. Lots of little parks for everybody to enjoy, and each one has something special about it. So you'll hear from us in the next couple of months. We're going to keep updating you on that, and you'll be seeing it on Cat TV at the select board meetings as well. So thanks to Liz, thanks to Kelly, thank you for writing. Next up, at the annual meeting, I'm always thrilled to say that the Better Bennington Corporation, for the 4th year, has received accreditation from the National Main Street Program. That is a program that we follow. There's 2,600 communities in our country that operate the same we do, with the committees we have, with the volunteers we have, and how we work with our community. There are 23 towns in the state of Vermont that are also part of the National Main Street Program and the Vermont Downtown Program. 8 of those 23 received national accreditation. Bennington is one of them. That's based on our committee structure, that's based on our relationship and working relationship with the town of Bennington and the Chamber of Commerce, and the amount of volunteers we have to accomplish as much as we do. So I'd like everybody who does anything for the Better Bennington Corporation to pat yourself on the back right now. We are a charter recipient of the accreditation, and one of the only ones that have received it for 4 years in a row. So thank you again for that award. There's only 400 communities in the entire country out of 2,600 who get that accreditation, and it doesn't come easy. All the work comes in on my behalf and Diane's behalf is we have to do a lot of number keeping. How many businesses move into downtown, how many move out, how many open, how many close, how many new jobs, how much personal investment or private investment, how much public investment. The list goes on that the national program wants to know because they gauge communities all around the country. It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. Why I think it's worth it more than anything is because sometimes perception becomes reality. And I think that's a big thing in Bennington. We believe the first thing we hear from somebody. But the truth is, numbers tell the truth. And the numbers, here they are. I'll just give you one of the numbers. Over the past 5 years, downtown Bennington has a net gain. And that means it put in all the people moving in, all the businesses opening, everybody moving out, everybody closing. We still have a net gain of 26 new businesses in downtown Bennington in 5 years. Although it doesn't always seem evident because some of our vacancies are in the most visible spots, downtown Bennington in 5 years has gained 26 new businesses. That is one way that national program gauges the vitality of your community, which puts us into a very high percentile. Another one, and the one that I think is even more important, is the ability to market and sell your business. Downtown Bennington has a long history of doing that, going back to South Street Cafe when Robin sold it to Matt and Lauren, Adams Lock and Security, and those are over like a 10-year period. The phenomenal news is in the past 18 months, 305 South Street, which is a Shell station right across from Fenway's. Scott and Karen Schnei purchased that and have done a beautiful job remodeling that and landscaping that. Ryan Hassett purchased Nova Bay Cafe from Kim Post, turned it into Bennington, Vermont. The stammering here, so forgive me. Oh, Beth Wilwall and Beth and her husband Dwayne purchased the gift garden from Betty Grushanek. Talk about a long history, turned it over to an employee who's been there for 20 years. Congratulations to all of you. And then 2 more to go. Which is why we're here today. Recently, Matt and Talia purchased Ramontos from the Ramonto family, who have opened up businesses and are now opening another one in New Hampshire. So we're going to meet with Matt in a few minutes here, ask him what he's got planned. And the latest news is Rick and Ellen Havlack, who owns the Bennington Bookshop, have sold their business to Linda Folsom and Phil Lewis. Linda and Phil are moving up here from the south, and they had the closing on the business just a few days ago. And so tonight we're going to talk with Matt, the new owner of Ramontos, and then we're going to head down the street and meet up with Rick and Ellen to congratulate them and Linda. So stay with us. In a few minutes we'll be back. He did it. As promised, I'm going to introduce you, for those of you who don't know him, but this is Matt Willie. Matt, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot for giving us some time today. Matt, we opened up the show today talking about the vitality of downtown. A lot of it's based on businesses that are able to be marketed and sold, especially to a local person. So that's great news.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people know Matt already, but Matt, a little bit of history about you and your wife, Talia.
Yep.
How long have you been in Bennington?
I've lived in Bennington myself for about 15 years.
What brought you?
SVC.
So you went to college here and made this home? So there goes that brain drain thing. We love the fact that we're a town of colleges and what it brings to our community, people just like you, who end up becoming a resident and a business owner. And Talia, though, is from Bennington, right?
She's from Jasper. Yep.
From Jasper.
Yep.
Now, how long were you working here before you purchased the building?
I worked here for like about 2 years.
And tell us a little bit about the Ramonto family. They opened?
Yeah, they, Cliff and Marie have been opening them since over 20 years.
How many do they have?
They don't have any, actually. So
they open them?
Yep, they open them, kind of sell them, move on.
Yeah, and they just headed over to New Hampshire.
Yep, to be with their, I don't know if they're opening Ramontos or not, but they're going to do their sale.
Oh, he's over there?
Yep.
So you and Talia bought this place. Already very successful.
Yep.
What are your plans to change? Or add to it?
Yeah, I was going to say add to it. Definitely not change, because I think the product that we put out is no, there's nothing to change. But just keeping the same, fun atmosphere and
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you haven't been to Lamonto's, which I'm sure you have, that I think sets you apart from a lot of pizza shops, is when you walk in, you don't order a full pizza. You order a slice, and you have the selections right up in the window. And how many? Do you know how many you have up there?
Any day, on a lunch rush, we have probably like 10 different types of pizzas up there. And it's like I said, we're trying to go for that person that, the hospital has a quick lunch. They don't have an hour to spend, but they have 20 minutes and they can grab a slice of pizza, and we have a great lunch deal, and they can go. So.
And Diane and I came here for lunch today, actually, and so I'm doing it off the top of my head, but jump in. Lunch specials. Number one that we got is pizza literally in 5 minutes. I just take it, heat it right back up because it's almost ready in the window. But 2 slices cheese pizza plus a drink was $3.25, or 2 slices specialty pizza with a drink is $5.
$5.45. Yep.
Oh, with tax.
Yep, with tax.
Okay,
Yep.
So it's a really inexpensive lunch, and it was great.
Yeah.
We come here quite often.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's a pizza place. You saw it earlier. It's kind of a cool pizza place. It has some outdoor seating, which we're not going to go show you today, but it's the enclosed porch on Main Street. Picnic tables for big parties. Quiet area over here, or the bar.
That's right.
Tell us about the bar.
The bar's great because craft beer is such a big thing right now. So we have 23 beers. Most of them are craft beers. Most of
23
them
on draft.
On draft. Yep. And most of them are Vermont. Vermont beer. So
Can you name some?
try that. Yeah. Switchback, Fiddlehead. There's a bunch of beers.
Keep going. He asked me what questions you're going to ask me. So here you go.
Put me on the spot.
There you go.
Well, I'm looking. We have the
forget it.
ciders, the woodchucks, and stuff like that, and the Ruby Orchard and stuff. But
And one thing that we at the BBC, we do a lot downtown. We've done a lot with Ramonto's. We do a lot with the colleges too. And the moment we're doing something with the colleges, we kind of run to you because you get it, the importance of the college community in Bennington. You do a lot with, especially at Southern Vermont College.
Yep.
And now I know that'll be your first year owning it, but in the past, in the fall, we do the Southern Vermont College Progressive Dinner downtown, which I guess I should apologize for because it's the Better Bennington organizes a downtown dinner for Southern Vermont College on orientation weekend. And we give them all a sheet of 5 or 6 restaurants. They can choose an appetizer or dinner or dessert. You get 80% of them, and you kind of get hit busloads of kids at one time.
Yeah. Line out the door usually when that happens.
What does the college community mean to your business?
A lot, because we do a lot with, we do some with Bennington College as well, but with SVC, a lot with their sports programs.
Right.
We do a buy one, get one free for any college student. I mean, literally, you buy one, you get, whatever you want for free as long as it's lesser value. So they're always into it. But mainly sports. Sports, they promote us, they help us up there for the away teams, and we do a tremendous bit.
So you bring all these students downtown?
Absolutely.
Okay, for all you don't think that college students come downtown, they're down here all the time. And finally, you're also part of the college student discount program in the town of Bennington.
Yep.
And if you are a college student or a student listening, we have a college student discount program in town. There's about 40 places in Bennington that offer discounts for every college student. And I know you guys are one of the first to sign up for that. Anything coming up?
Anything coming up? We have the St. Patty's Day stuff. I don't know if there's a parade this year or not, but we have a bunch of stuff going on. No one's talked about it, but we have a bunch of stuff going on for that.
Okay, March 22nd.
Okay, good.
If you watch this show, you'll see that on March 22nd.
Okay, good. That's good.
It'll be coming right by your restaurant.
That's good. Okay.
At about 1:05.
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right. So make that part of your stops. When you're lining up on Main Street, we're on the sunny side of the street. Good place to stop. You can run inside, warm up, unfortunately, but get something to eat and a beer or a glass of wine.
Absolutely.
Matt, congratulations and good luck to you guys.
Thank you very much.
It's in good hands, and we're thrilled that you're downtown. All right, so that's Matt Wiley, and we're going to head down to the Bennington Bookshop, and as I said, we're going to introduce you to the new owner, Linda Folsham, and say congratulations to Rick and Ellen Halfway. Thanks for sticking with us through that down at Ramonto's. I'm sorry I was talking so fast. We got a little behind schedule, and I know it got very loud there too, and dinner was picking up, so we tried to get through that. So thanks for staying with us. As I promised, we moved down the street. We're now at Bennington Bookshop, and before I introduce you to the new owners, I'm going to say congratulations and thanks to the previous owners. I almost said old owners. After how many years?
35.
35. Everybody knows Ellen and Rick Hallett. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
now the whole town knows that now that they no longer, they still have some time here at the bookshop, but they're available to volunteer for every organization in Bennington. Just call us at the Better Bennington Corporation and we'll get them in your schedules.
And I always liked you.
Yeah, you used to, right? You won't in retirement. Any plans? Before I even ask you about anything else,
No,
nothing yet.
no plans at all.
See, I told you, they're available 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Congratulations.
Anything I want to do, anytime I want to do it.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. So we'll give you a couple hours off a day. Starting off, thank you for coming to the annual meeting. It was great to congratulate
Yes.
you. And as you know, we were just talking, well, at the annual meeting, I just repeated at the beginning of the show, one of the ways to gauge the vitality of a community is the ability to market your business, one that you've successfully built up after 30-odd years, and sell it. So congratulations, you guys have done a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'd like to say you're going to be sorely missed, but I'd like to introduce you to the new owners, Linda Folsham and Phil Lewis. Congratulations.
Thank
and
you.
Welcome to Bennington.
Thanks so
It's been a
much.
pleasure meeting both of you, and we look forward to having you on Main Street. Make it, and I say this every month, but make it a point to stop in and say hi to Linda and Phil. Tell us a little bit before we talk about the business, about yourselves and where you came from, a little bit of history, and just let the community know who you are.
Okay.
Where are you from?
We are moving here from North Carolina. We live in the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Okay, so they're crazy. Okay, we'll start off with that.
But I'm originally from Massachusetts, so I'm coming home to New England, which I'm happy
Okay, so
about.
not only are they crazy. All right, well, welcome back to the
All right, and
Northeast.
Phil has a bit of a different story.
I have a checkered career, but most recently I moved from Australia to North Carolina to be with Linda. Linda and I met in Australia, and Linda moved to Australia to marry. And we lived together there for 3 years before moving to North Carolina. And we've been there for 8 years, and now we're just following the snow up here.
Nice. And today is March something? When was it
5th.
closing? Today's March 5th. Closing was,
March 2nd.
so this is your third day
Yes,
as owners
new
of a
business.
business in Bennington. So far, so good?
So far, so good.
Good.
So far, so good.
I know all about Ellen and Rick, so I know working with them to purchase the place must have been very enjoyable.
It was great.
it was
It was
Very
great.
easy, and thank you both for all your support and all the help along the way. It's been
You're
great.
very welcome.
you're welcome.
Now get out. No.
Not quite yet.
Not yet, okay.
Still have a little bit more to learn.
Okay, then winding clock back a little bit, how did you, or how were you introduced to this opportunity in Bennington, and then Ellen and Rick?
Yeah. Well, we were looking for a bookstore to purchase where we lived in North Carolina, and it just wasn't working out. And so we started to look at what bookstores were for sale around the country, and saw that there was a bookstore for sale in Bennington, and came up and met with Rick and Ellen, and just thought it felt like the right fit for
Nice.
us.
So far, so good?
So far, so good. It's been great. The community's been really welcoming, and it's been great.
Oh, excellent.
And we've been delighted with the number of people who just have come in to introduce themselves. So
Just to say hi.
Welcome, yeah.
Well,
It's
that-
been lovely. And sometimes buy a book as well, that's been
Oh,
great.
even better. So when you come in to say hi, don't forget to walk out with the book. They'll be much happier seeing you and meeting you, trust me on that one. And not a surprise. It
Yeah.
definitely is our community for people, people would just automatically just come in and say hi. And I think it's what brought almost all of us here.
Right.
When you get here, it just feels right and welcoming. So, well, welcome to Main Street. Any plans yet? I know you're only 3 days into
Yeah.
this. Any plans for the future, what people can expect?
A lot of it will be the same. I mean, what's been going on has been working, so why tamper with it or mess with it? Phil's working on a website, so we'll probably have more of an online presence
Yep.
than there's been in the past. But other than that, I think the bookshop will just continue to be a local, independent bookshop for the community.
Great news. And Phil, you're not up here 100% yet, are you?
No,
You're working your
we've
way
got
up.
our house on the market in North Carolina, and basically I have to manage the sale of that, and then will be able to purchase a home.
Right. For all of you that might be thinking of moving to North Carolina, there's an opportunity down there.
Beautiful.
At this time of year, that might be about 10,000 people. It's just we just heard it's not always this bad. I think we just went 70 days without going above freezing. I don't ever remember that happening. So, but summers are spectacular. So it'll I'll make up for it.
Looking forward to it.
But just again, just a minute to say thanks and welcome to Main Street. Gonna love having you here, and you're gonna love being here.
Thanks so
And,
much.
Can't wait to put you guys to work. Ellen, I introduced you to all the docents a little while ago that run the Welcome Center. Ellen, of course, was one of them that I mentioned. So now you can triple the amount of hours that you give us.
We have to leave some room for playing also.
Awesome. Which I think you have planned in about a month or so, right? Some
Well,
actual plans to go away and do something?
yes, but
Good.
I mean,
Sure.
in the meantime, we went snowshoeing today in the middle of the week together.
That's right.
And
You're like, what are we doing?
we went to Price Chopper on Tuesday together.
Seems like
That
we've had
seems
3
very
Sundays
odd.
in a row or something.
They don't know what to do. They'll be back here working for free for weeks. Don't know what to do. All right, as we close out the show tonight, I just wanted to let everybody know at our annual meeting, we had the privilege to be able to award some certificates of recognition to a few businesses downtown for managing their businesses in a manner that is not only good for the business, but also beneficial to all the businesses downtown and our community. And we also awarded a few awards for some really exceptional things that some businesses or people did. The certificates of recognition this year went to Cake Gallery. If you haven't been to Cake, really spectacular new gallery on the Four Corners. Fiddlehead at Four Corners, a long-running, really phenomenal gallery. Your Belly's Deli, if you haven't been in there in, well, it's many months now, huge investment on an entire remodel on the inside, which is really beautiful. Panache, that goes to Nancy. She does a phenomenal job in her business on her window design, her sidewalk display, and the whole experience in the front of the building. There's music, there's scents, there's beautiful signage. She does everything right down there. 305 South Street, which I mentioned earlier, was purchased by the Shanies. They did an incredible job in the interior renovation and especially the outside landscape around it. It's just a gas station, but boy, they made it beautiful. It's a convenience store as well, but did a beautiful job on the property. The Village Chocolate Shop, all of you know that they do Funtastic Fridays all summer long. Sometimes they bring down more people for the one event than we do for the entire First Friday event downtown. So we love having them on Main Street. Bringing You Vermont, that's the one I also mentioned earlier that Ryan Hassett purchased from Kim Post, where Nova May Cafe used to be. Bringing You Vermont, his entire store is 100% products that are made in the state of Vermont. And he also has the cafe in there, which him and his aunt put out some incredible food. And then finally, Benner's Bagels Pizza and Whatnosh on the east entrance to downtown for the frontage. They have a beautiful patio out there that they have purchased community artwork and nice tables, and they just do a great job down there right next to Mexican Connection. So congratulations to all those places. I hope our recognition means a little bit something. We just want you to know that not only does the BBC, but our community recognizes all you're doing for our downtown community. And then we awarded 5 awards. The Better Bennington Corporation is, as I mentioned before, made up of committees. The first committee is the Design Committee. And this year, the Design Committee awarded the Design Award to Owl's Nest Upholstery in Antiques, which you're all familiar with, on West Main Street. Gene Gauthier and Mike Roy do a great job putting all their displays on the sidewalk, even some kinetic art that attracts people's attention, and has really brought some life to the west end of Main Street, which is our future arts district. Our marketing committee presented their award this year to Kathy Hoisington and Hoisington Realty. Kathy hasn't said to keep this quiet, so please don't be upset with me. Took it upon herself to not only create but fund a marketing campaign that had a major impact on Bennington this year. It's been a really tough economy. The new highway's been open now, and as we're adjusting to the way things are, Kathy went and secured a billboard over in the state of New York, designed the billboard and paid for the billboard for an entire year to attract people off of the new highway and back through downtown Bennington. Kathy, that's an award that you deserve greatly. There's very few of us that would ever take that step, and it was appreciated by all of us in downtown. The Economic Development Committee presented their award this year to LaFlamme's Furniture. What a great story LaFlamme's is if you don't know it. A couple years ago they opened up on Northside Drive at the old Haynes and Kane furniture place. First thing they did was restore the ladderback chair, which was at one time the world's largest chair. Shortly after it was installed, we had that incredible storm that came through and destroyed the chair. So they had it rebuilt again, and shortly after that, their entire building was lost to a fire. After that, most people would have just went back to running their business in New York, but Christopher and his family felt a strong commitment to Bennington, and then they started meeting with the town of Bennington, the Better Bennington Corporation, the Bennington Regional Commission, and the people from the state of Vermont, and took a historic building in downtown Bennington that had been vacant for many years because it was a brownfield site. A lot of work had gone into this building, or this property, for many years, cleaning up that brownfield site, and then working with Christopher and his family to move their business, or keep their business not only in Bennington, but to bring it downtown. Of course, LaFlamme's Furniture is now open in downtown Bennington, and his final step was to bring that chair downtown. So not only do we have a historic building restored, kept the business in Bennington and brought all the employees here and kept them with the company through all the tragedies, but we have an iconic structure returned to Bennington and brought downtown. He took advantage of everything there was to take advantage as far as economic development goes. And Christopher, you've been great to work with, and we're thrilled to have you here in Bennington. Our economic development, design, marketing, we do two more awards. One is our Board of Directors Award. This year's Board of Director Award goes to Heather Manili. Heather, as I mentioned before, is in charge of the Downtown Docent Volunteer Program. Heather's also as an ex officio member of the BBC Board of Directors, and she is on our design committee. This past year, Heather is the person who purchased the park at 336 Main Street and donated it to the town of Bennington. She didn't do that and walk away. The day after she did that, she has been attending all the meetings and working with the architects, and she is helping us design the park at 336 to be a park that it becomes part of our new arts district downtown. Heather, you're right up there with Kathy Hoisington, going way above and beyond what most residents would do for the communities. And the BBC wouldn't be the same without you. You just don't stop giving and giving to our community. Final award is the Partnership Award. That's kind of, Diane and I get to call that one because we do the day-to-day operations. And this year we had a hard time deciding who exactly to give it to, so we broke it up into two awards. Our first one is for Bennington College. You know, it's the student population in downtown Bennington is very important to our community, and Bennington College has been great to work with. They have a program called Bennington Acts. 2 days a year, students come downtown and take on a project. Anything that we lay out for them, they participate in. Started off about 4 years ago with about 12 students, and then this past year we had over 80 students came down and joined us. The big project they work on in the fall is the holiday decorations. They are the ones who do all the lighting at Merchants Park, working with the town of Bennington, and they're the ones who do all those lights at Fountain Park next to our office. A lot of work in two very visible spots. This year they're also the ones who helped prepare all the wreaths for the poles and all the garlands for the poles, cleaning them up and putting new lights on them. So thank you for what seems like a very small program at Bennington College. It does have a huge impact on our community, so we'd like to say thank you to the new president, Mariko Silver, and David Reese for arranging those programs and bringing all the students downtown. Final award, again, it was Diane and I who decided that Bennington Potters, Sheila Harden and Archer Dunn have been great to work with this year. They made it possible for us to put on a really nice presentation for all the artists who come and join us for Bennington Arts Weekend and the Southern Vermont Arts and Crafts Festival. A great festival that is now in Bennington. Not only brings some 150 wonderful vendors, but thousands of people in a new market that we have not reached out to in the past. So great event for our community, and thanks to Sheila and Archer for making that happen and making it possible for us to welcome them in a very nice manner. In addition to that, they're the first ones who step up to welcome our college students to Bennington. Each year, the Better Bennington Corporation, I shouldn't say each year, we started about 3 years ago with, I think, 50 college students putting together welcome bags. All the businesses downtown donate something to put in this bag. We put together the bags and then bring them to all the colleges. So what started off a couple of years ago with 50 students is now every single freshman who comes to Bennington, which each year is between 550 and 600 students, gets a welcome bag. And the Bennington Potters is the one who donates those bags to get us started, plus something to go into it. So thanks again, it was great being able to offer that award to you. It's well deserved. And that goes for all those awards, all those recognitions, all the businesses that were built up to the point that could be marketed and sold, to all the new owners who see the opportunity in the future of joining us in Bennington. To Rick and Ellen, congratulations, well deserved. To Linda and Phil, welcome to Bennington. It's so great having you here. And to all of you for joining us this month. We'll be back next month, but before we come back, remember, March 22nd, be down here for the St. Patrick's Day Parade at 1 o'clock.